You're losing out on a lot of things that GTs actually give you. You stop trying and you lose another opportunity. It's a secret, right? Only you know it. Hi guys, I'm Dr. Aishwarya VH. In NEET PG 2023, I have secured an All India rank of 778. This video is going to be your one-stop watch for all the queries regarding grant test. So without any further delay, let's get started. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we jump deep into this topic, if you are giving INI on May 7th, which is around 15 to 16 days from now, and you have not given your national mock yet, please get done with it ASAP and give no more GTs. To know why, watch this full video. Now let's start from the basics. Even the person who is starting his or her preparation right now, if watch this video, should be able to understand everything about grant test and should have no more confusion. Firstly, what is a grant test or GT like everyone calls it? It is simply a replica of real exam. I mean, it contains 200 questions and time depends on which pattern of GT you are giving. If you are giving NEET PG GT, it will contain 200 questions and they will give you time of 210 minutes. Similarly, if you are giving INI GT, it will also contain 200 questions and time will be 180 minutes like the real exam. And even the valuation, in NEET PG, you will get +4 and -1 for wrong answer. And similarly, in INI GT, you'll get +1 for a right answer and -1/4 for a wrong answer. The valuation also remains the same. Even the pattern, which topics are asked repeatedly, and the patterns of questions, in INI GTs, they will give lengthier questions as compared to NEET GTs. NEET GTs are mostly one-liners, and match the following will be more in INI as compared to NEET PG. And subject-wise weightage changes. In INI, weightage will be more for first and second year subjects, and in NEET PG, it will be more for clinical subjects like third and final year, mostly final year. So all these patterns make a mock or simply GT very similar to the final exams or real exams. Now the another question is, who should give GT or when should one start giving GT? I would say whoever you are. I mean, whether you are final year student or you are an intern or you are post intern, whoever you are, and whenever you start your preparation seriously, you should give your first GT as soon as possible and know your baseline. That is very important. GT contain questions which are from the books you have studied during your UG. It is not exclusive, it is not something new. So you have certain knowledge about it. Which platform to use to give GT? I used Marrow. So I think Marrow GTs are very good. I have heard that even people using other platforms for preparation also use Marrow for giving GTs, and their QBank is also good. And I've used other platforms for giving GTs once or twice. I think twice. I have used 2 different platforms. In one of them, I didn't find the explanations good enough, and it was not satisfactory to me. So I didn't give GT again there. And in one other platform, the user interface was not very good. So I found it difficult. And also because I trust in the app that I was using, and I found it very easy to use, and I trusted it so much, so I didn't have any problem. I gave Marrow. So if you have not subscribed to any of the platforms yet, you can think over it, and if you have already subscribed to some app and you're already using it, just stick to it. No problem. I mean, they're all good enough, but vary in some or the other aspects, so not a big problem. One more important question is how to give a GT. You can't treat GT as any other test and you think, okay, I'm feeling sleepy, now I'll start GT, and you end it in the middle and sleep somewhere. That's not how it should be done. You should treat every GT as your real exam. So you should sit in a similar environment as exam, like without any distractions, and you should practice to sit for 3 long hours and all that. So treat it seriously so that it helps later, or else it just becomes time pass and it doesn't serve any purpose. After discussing all this, it is a must that we should also know why should we give GT. What is all this fuss about? So the first thing is, we are not used to sit in a place for 3.5 hours and give a test. We lose that touch over years, and I think final exams and professional exams are different, but this pattern is very new to us. We don't do this regularly. So to get used to that pattern, it's important to practice giving GTs. If you start now, or if you have already done this, you might have observed that initially when you start, you will complete the GT in 1.5 hour and get done with it. But that's not how it should be done, right? Even if you finish early, you should be able to sit through so many hours, and you should be able to think. So that's the main purpose of GT. And one more important purpose is to develop MCQ solving skills. It is a whole thing in itself, and it needs so much time. It doesn't happen in a day or a week or even a month. It takes time, and you have to give it that time. And for that also GT helps. I'll tell you why. Let me give you an example. There are different orders of question. There's a clinical scenario they've given, and they're asking you about the complication of treatment. This is a third order question, because first you have to find out the diagnosis, then you should know the treatment, and then the complication of the treatment. For this to happen, your brain should be actively working from start to the end. So for that activity, and should be able to think so much, you need practice and a little bit of skill also, and that happens in GTs. Imagine you're solving question directly from the Q bank, or you've made a custom module of selected topics. You already know the topic and you're getting questions from the similar place. But GTs are a different thing. They are a mixed bag of questions. First, you are solving some anatomy question, and directly you jump to surgery, and from there you go to ENT and all that. And it is similar to the real exam. That is what happens in real exam. There you won't get questions in any order, and that pattern you should get used to. And I think the most important purpose is that you should be able to treat your real exam as just another GT. You should have given so many GTs so many times, and you should just get used to it. Otherwise, the panic, I don't know how to explain that. Just a few minutes ago, I told you that you should be treating every GT as your real exam. The purpose is, when it comes to the end and it's exam day, it's natural to get panicked, because you have studied 19 subjects over so many months, you have revised, you have put in so much hard work, and it decides a lot of things in your future. So it's natural to get panicked. So to get over that, or to make the process little bit easier, you should be so confident, and the confidence comes from these GTs. So give as many GTs as possible. Now let me tell you about some do's and don'ts. First, I'll talk about the don'ts, because I think it's more important to know what not to do than what to do. So let's get started. First and most important don't is that, do not believe that your mock rank will be your final rank. It doesn't happen. It's a big no. If you already have this thought in your mind, just erase it right away. Stressing this point so much because I want you people to learn from my mistakes. If you have watched my previous video, I have told you there that my preparation till INI was one thing, and after INI it changed. The one thing that changed a lot is GTs. Before INI, I was of the mindset that my INI mock result will be my real result. It is because there are a lot of videos surrounding us, where people will be telling their mock rank and real rank are similar. I don't say that can't happen, but that is not always true. Don't believe in that and get fooled. Let me tell you how it affected my preparation. As I told you, during INI, I was so serious about this mock rank, and I thought it will be my real rank. So 2 nights before giving INI mock, I didn't sleep. I could not sleep. Obviously, I was very stressed and tensed. Okay, this will be my real rank, so I have to give it my best. So after that, I fell sick, and the rank was around 400 to 500. I was happy. Okay, let me improve from here. So this will be my rank, I thought. But you know the reality. My INI rank was around 3900. After that, my perspective about GTs changed a lot. Initially, I was hesitant to give any more GTs. I was like, no, I won't give any GT because it's all about lies. So it doesn't simulate my rank. I was angry about GTs. So I stopped giving GTs initially. But later on, I realized, okay, it's my mistake, not GT mistake. So I started again. This time, I was sure that it is just a test. It doesn't reflect my real rank, so I have to give it like a test. So that's what I did later, and my NEET PG mock rank was 5000 with an score of score, I don't remember it. The rank was 5000. For a similar score in real exam, my rank would have been 10 to 11,000. But that didn't affect me at all. Believe me or not, I didn't get affected. I was like, okay, it's fine. I will improve from here. I gave a mock around 20 days before exam. So I thought, okay, I have enough time. I'll improve from here and I'll get a good rank. And you know my real rank, that is 778. So don't believe anybody if they tell you that your mock rank will be your real rank. Mock GT is different from any other GT in the fact that it will be given by more people. Like even people using other platforms will be giving mock in a particular platform, let's say Maro. So around 90,000 to 1 lakh people will be giving. So that's a lot of people. So it may simulate your rank, they say, because your score depends on yourself, but rank depends on someone else. It depends on how your competitors are doing. So for that reason, it is important to give mock, but do not believe that will be the end of it. It's not. So that's why I'm telling you, if you are giving May 7th INI, please give your mock now or in a day or two and get done with it, so that you will have enough time to reflect. You can see what are your mistakes and what subjects you are weak in, what you have to revise and all of that. So you can focus on that and improve. Don't give it 2 days or 3 days before exam and think that this would be my rank. That is not true, and don't lose the opportunity, please. One more don't is, don't start giving GTs too late. Some people will be thinking, okay, I've not studied anything now, I'll finish all 19 subjects and then start giving GTs. I mean, that's same as my previous point, that it doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not your real rank. Even though you have completed 19 subjects, that doesn't make any sense. That's not the purpose of GT. The purpose of GT is to improvise, adapt and overcome, and it is a long process. So you start early so that you finish better. And we all know how important is last 10 days or 15 days preparation. Actually, that is your rank decider, where you will be revising all the 19 subjects very quickly and complete everything. So during that time, please don't give any GT. I'll tell you why. Imagine you get a good rank, I mean better than you expected, like 1000. You'll be happy with that. And you think, okay, I've done enough. I don't have to push too much now. I'll be good enough. So in that case, your rank will drop later because you are not doing the most important thing that is supposed to be done. So you will obviously lose what you are supposed to get. So that's a bad thing. And another thing, imagine you get a less rank. You got 10,000 and you were expecting better. In that case, what will happen? It will affect your preparation. Even if you want to study, maybe your mind will tell, okay, whatever you study, this is your thing. You won't get any better. So you stop trying and you lose another opportunity. So either way, it's going to harm you. So please don't give any GT in the last few days. Now let's talk about what you should actually do. First thing is being consistent. You should be consistent while your preparation. I mean, entire preparation regarding everything, be it studying, be it giving GTs, be it solving questions, everything should be consistent. And why is that? It is my own experience. I don't know if it happens with everyone, but whenever I used to give GT, I told you I gave it as and when it went live. But in between, if I skip one or two GTs and if I take a long break, I would be scared to give it again. I don't know why. Even if it doesn't happen to you, it's okay. Be consistent and it will help you better. As I said, you will get less scared during the real exam, and anyway, it's very helpful. One more important thing is reviewing your GTs. It's as important as giving GTs. I would suggest that give GT on the last day of it being live, or very near to that, so that when the results come, you can review it. While reviewing, you can think or you can remember what you thought while giving that answer, and that helps. And reviewing it is like different from person to person. Some people review it over many days. I mean, 25 questions a day, 10 questions a day, like that. Or some people do it on the same day. I mean, it depends on you. You can choose whatever you like. But reviewing is important because imagine you see a question in some GT and you have answered it, but you didn't review, so you don't know the answer. I mean, you are not very sure about it. You might be right or wrong, and you encounter the same question in real exam and you will still not be sure. Even if you are right there, you were not sure about it, so you never reviewed and you are still not sure. So that would be a minus to you. And analyzing your GT. How to analyze GT is there are subject wise analysis and the right questions, wrong questions, you can choose it. So I would prefer doing subject wise analysis and focus more on your bottom three subjects. That would mean that you are weak in that subject, or what type of mistake you are doing. Is it a recall problem, or you have not studied that part, or is it really important or not? You have to analyze. And next time you give GT, you should make sure that those are not your bottom three subjects and you have improved there. And that's how you improve over time. Like with each GT, you get better with each subject. And one more thing is bookmarking your GT questions. Whenever you review that, if you find it difficult or it's a tricky question, it's a new question or something that you're getting repeatedly wrong, you should bookmark it and see it later while revising. And also one more thing is while creating custom modules, you can create a module from only GT questions, and that is also very helpful. When you give so many GTs, you obviously look for improvement and compare yourself with your previous rank or previous GTs. So while comparing, you should compare only with the scores and subject-wise analysis, as I said. You should not compare with the rank, because rank depends on others, as I already told you. It depends on how many people are giving exam and how they gave exam, which is not in your control. What is in your control is your score. So while comparing, compare yourself with your previous score and look for improvement there. And even percentile differs, so don't give much importance to that also. But score is something that you should focus on, and that should constantly improve. Also, as I earlier said, start giving GTs soon. I mean, as and when you start your preparation. Because imagine you give your first GT when 1 month is left to the exam. You have studied everything, you have done all 19 subjects, and you are confident. But when you give GT, you wouldn't get a great rank, because you are losing out on a lot of things that GTs actually give you. So now you are like confused, you don't know what to do. I mean, you wouldn't even have a lot of time to improve, and you wouldn't know what went wrong and all of that. I mean, why would you do that to yourself? So I would suggest you start giving GTs early. I mean, even if you get a less rank or less score, it's a secret, right? Only you know it, so you don't have to tell people. It's okay if you get less rank, but start giving. I think I've told you everything that I know about GTs in this video. In case I've missed anything, please comment below and let me know what I need to cover more. To conclude, GTs offer you so many good things. I mean, when done right, they are a great tool and it helps you improve subject wise and overall also. And yeah, a lot of things. But predicting your real rank is not one of its uses. So please keep that in mind and give GTs regularly. And as I already told you, if you are giving INI on May 7th, please give your mock and don't give any more GTs. For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe. I'll be looking forward to that.